management and organizing time. Months 5 and 6 shift to active pedagogy and formative assessment, actually checking if the learners are understanding the material during the lesson. This cumulative approach ensures every new skill is built on a rock-solid foundation, leading directly through to advanced reflection and consolidation in months 11 and 12.
What's actually really clever here is how your reporting paperwork enforces this entire disciplined approach. The QAO mentoring and coaching tool explicitly mandates a single key issue. It physically forces you to select just one priority per visit, like, say, weak lesson structure or low learner participation. The form literally only allows you to write down one agreed action. Your paperwork perfectly mirrors the rule of one field methodology.
Section 4. Professional Field Conduct. Rules of Engagement.
Now, mentoring is all about support, not going in just to find faults. So we draw a hard line between constructive, evidence-based feedback and behavior you want to completely avoid. Constructive mentoring means describing exactly what you observed and asking the teacher for their view. On the flip side, conduct to avoid includes using negative labels like bad teacher, dumping a long list of weaknesses on them, or turning feedback into a one-way lecture. We are there to build confidence, not tear it down. Since you represent the Quality Assurance Department, there are a few non-negotiable standards for your workload. You absolutely must arrive punctually and respect the school's leadership. When you're sitting in a classroom, observe quietly without unnecessarily interrupting the lesson. Base your feedback purely on evidence, not your personal opinion. And this is a big one. If a teacher resists or disagrees, keep the relationship highly professional. Listen first, stay calm, and bring it back to the evidence. Finally, always make sure your monthly reports accurately reflect the true reality of your field workload.
Finally, Section 5. Sustaining teacher independence, the ultimate goal. Everything we've talked about all comes down to this definitive goal: sustainability. By the time you hit modules 8, 9, and 10, your job totally shifts from active correction to ensuring teaching quality remains stable. Sustainability basically means the teacher uses self-reflection to solve ordinary, everyday classroom problems completely independently, without you, the QAO, to intervene and tell them what to do.
To actually achieve that independence, you have to strategically step back and execute an exit strategy. By the end of the cycle, you should be intentionally reducing your day-to-day intervention. You'll switch to conducting light observations. You'll only give feedback on major gaps, and instead of telling them what to fix, you start asking them, "So, how do you plan to improve this?" You'll reinforce their good habits and really push for peer-to-peer support, so teachers start relying on each other instead of just waiting for your next visit.
I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to chew on as we wrap up this explainer. When your 12-month mentoring cycle finally comes to an end, will you leave behind a stronger, self-sustaining system of professional practice? Remember, your ultimate success out in the field isn't measured by how much a teacher needs you today. It's measured entirely by how incredibly well they can teach without you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this vital playbook.